Turning now to your community focus, we've been bringing you interviews with the declared candidates for Rhode Island governor, and today we're joined live in studio by the first Democrat to officially declare, Dr. Daniel Munoz. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
So for people who might not be familiar with you, you grew up in Central Falls, you're a doctor, but you're not a practicing physician, so tell us a little bit about what it is that you do.
Yeah, thank you so much. So again, I grew up in Central Falls, went through the public school system. As a physician, early on I realized that a lot of the systemic inequities sometimes can't be resolved in healthcare when you're practicing medicine. And so while I did some clinical work, I ultimately decided not to board certify and leaped into industry where I was supporting the deployment of technologies. So both from the clinical operations standpoint and the technology. Most recently, just to put some context on it, the Contact Tracing Collaborative in Massachusetts and the software around the vaccination system in Massachusetts I was supporting in terms of their deployment while living in Rhode Island and Pawtucket and helping the State Equity Council here.
So you have never held public office before. Why do you think that you deserve the state's top job?
Yeah, thank you for the question. You know, it really is about creating programmatic changes, and coming from a marginalized community, understanding economic hardship, and having gone through industry, it just became clear that in order to catalyze change, we really need to look at electoral offices and decide which ones can address healthcare, education, and the economy, and make it so that it's supporting working families and marginalized communities. And the governor's office in the state of Rhode Island is one that can do that, but certainly not one that has had people from marginalized communities or working communities in that office. So I'm ready.
So you're challenging so far in the Democratic primary two general officers, a former general officer, and if and when Governor Dan McKee declares his candidacy officially, an incumbent governor. What's your path to victory here?
Yeah, it's going to be a crowded race. And after COVID-19, I believe that people are ready for change in the state of Rhode Island. We've seen over the last year a lot of mistakes from the candidates running. We have the Secretary of State, Nellie Gorbea, who had individuals knocking on doors for nomination signatures as COVID peaked. We had Dan McKee, Governor Dan McKee, privatizing public health and following the same path that Governor Raimundo started. We had Seth Magaziner placing economists in spaces where health experts should have been to answer community questions. And now we have Matt Brown, who for 3 years has been planning his run for governor, but not once stepping foot into the communities to support people when they were being evicted and when they were dying. You know, power structures of privilege that appropriate movements of progress consistently harm communities, and it's time for change. You
previously ran in 2018 as an independent. Are some of the reasons you just listed part of your impetus for jumping in as a Democrat this time? Because before, back in 2018, you said you had never been affiliated with any party before.
Yeah, well, my voting record is different from the registered affiliation, and I am a registered Democrat. My values are very much identical to the last time. What I realized is, you know, do we want to run campaigns based on ideas, or do we want to affect change? And we really have to face the Goliath here in Rhode Island, which is a Democratic Party that has a large spectrum of ideologies, or wide spectrum, and ultimately leans back on cronyism and on special interest and on tactics that do not benefit the marginalized and do not benefit the working class.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about cronyism and corruption. It's something you list on your website as something that you stand against. How do you fix it?
Yeah, well, I think it starts with having the courage to actually speak to programmatic changes that no one is willing to speak to. Why are we not challenging the hospital merger, which is likely to increase the cost of health care? Why are we not simultaneously speaking about building infrastructure with federal dollars that are free clinics, things that would reduce the total cost burden on working families? We should have a free healthcare system here in Rhode Island. The path to change is to push back against institutions that no one is willing to push back on. And everyone in this race has shown that they have a history of being insiders.
Dr. Daniel Munoz, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much for having me.